Hello?
What's up, Billy?
What's up? You wasn't gonna invite me, was you, fuckers?
No, I was.
What are you doing?
I'm playing For Honor. I was actually, gonna get off soon, but fuck it. Fuck it now.
Why are you gonna get off if you, why is you gonna join the party if you're gonna get off?
Oh, I don't know.
Do what?
I don't know. Fuck it, might as well invite another juniors.
Tell me you gotta go work.
9 o'clock because I used to call on this day.
So why are you up this early in the morning, Zach?
I don't know, because I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna be tired as shit when you go to work.
Well, I
stayed up, I stayed up all fucking day. I didn't go to bed till almost 8 o'clock, and then I woke up at 2.
Yeah.
Almost 3 in the morning. So I just literally just got up a couple hours ago.
Oh, wow.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes
I'm playing vampire.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
Oh, you
I'm
are?
a poet,
Yeah.
sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night? Do you live here?
I was playing Need for Speed, and then I
enjoying the
played
pleasure of a quiet
Wrestling
walk.
2K19,
Though night
and then
talks
I
are
played
always
this.
preferable, if you ask me, especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Yeah, Joseph was asking me if I
you
wanted to
say
play
so.
Friday, which I did.
But as a physician in a time of
Because
epidemic,
I know he's
I must
kind of a
caution you
cheater
to
now.
avoid unnecessary exposures.
Thank
Kind
you,
of
Doctor.
a cheater. He's
But
been a
we both
cheater.
know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in the city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city.
This game is taking way
What are
too
you
long to
talking
play.
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet, nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly
talked to Brandon
peaceful
today?
silence.
Nope.
Yes. The
I'm
enjoyable
surprised he
silence of the
didn't.
grave.
I mean, I know he wanted to
You
spend
have
time
a
with
unique
Jessica last night, but
perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most
surprised he
people
hasn't
fail
been
to
online.
understand my perspective. I don't blame them.
I know he's.
How could
I
I
know
call
he does,
myself a poet if I veiled
Jessica's
my
house.
feelings?
He doesn't take his PlayStation with him.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
He's trying to get Jessica into being a gamer.
I understand your need for solitude,
So she can be in parties
but it's
with
not
us and
safe
shit.
around here.
Should have a PlayStation?
I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
So how's he?
If some misfortune
Brandon's gonna buy her
came,
one.
who would be
Brandon was
here
gonna
to
buy her a
help you?
PS4.
Well, you, for a start,
I'm like,
my dear
dude, you
Doctor.
might as well just buy her a PS5 as well.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why
Brandon
seek
told me that
inspiration
if,
in Whitechapel?
The place is not
him and
beautiful per
Jessica
se, but
put up that
how to
Jessica's
explain
gonna,
it?
'cause
Stirring and
Jessica's
challenging.
bisexual. She said she's gonna be a lesbo. Jessica's gonna be a lesbo. Which
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. just like
Oh
my
my
dear
God,
Muse,
fuck
the
off, you
wonderful
fucking
Camellia.
bitch.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just
Okay, so
afraid
you're not
to
gonna let me
find out the
fucking
truth
parry.
about your
Come the
muse.
fuck
One
on
day,
with this
perhaps,
shit.
I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
I'm gonna do 3 more
Where
of
she
these.
lives.
Jesus.
How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I'd prefer
fuck's
she
sake.
remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
God.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercourt.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercourt. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your...
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though. If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
That
I need help. He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest
Hello?
we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Exactly, just
Yes,
I don't know
Doctor.
where he's at. You think he might have fell asleep or some shit?
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
He's turning into a vampire. He's gonna bite the shit out of him.
Yes. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
What are you playing, Junior?
I suspect it was more than
What are you
intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
That you already downloaded it.
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this.
What's his name? What's
blackmail.
his name?
For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury?
See you playing WWE
Why her, of all
2K17
people?
the other day.
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that
Did
she-wolf
you
in
delete it?
sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Why was he playing
Dr.
2K17
Swansea
for?
is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go
no.
to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Be right back, I gotta go to the bathroom.
What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? Oh, shit. Wait, what? Did he message you or something today? Oh, I know. Very. I don't know. I wonder what made him decide to actually crawl back to us. Probably. I think I'm gonna play one more game of For Honor, then I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna play like fucking. Oh yeah, I need to let Brandon know about oh yeah, I gotta download put the free games to my library so I can. I haven't done that yet. Need for Speed Payback? Really? What the fuck? Why can't somebody fucking give me an XP boost? Fuck's sakes.
Hello? So I had to let the dogs out and shit too. I let the dogs out, Jan.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
What's so funny? Oh my lord. He sucks. Just like John Cena, he fucking sucks. I would put him on the fucking free agency because who the fuck? You know the Lakers won the NBA Finals, right? No. Yeah, you know, Joseph told me he went to a Atlanta Hawks game. Oh my god, with the fucking light span.
It's locked, all right.
Fuck off, For Honor. Because I'm not playing on Friday because we played that all yesterday. Fuck that. I'm giving that game kind of a break. My god, we played forever. I'm gonna get to play till 8 o'clock this morning because I go to work at 9:30.
It's locked.
Day. Which I don't understand. Why we're gonna open on Columbus Day? It's just gonna be fucking slow. Not gonna be anything to fucking do. It's fucking bullshit. I hate working on I get holiday pay, but it's one of them. And time and a half. Stupid me! Fuck this. He's dead. I like working
Burn it, boys!
Really? What the fuck? Stupid fucking raider. Fucking fuck off, you fucking bitch. Fucking lights bitch. Fucking suck. Fuck this. Fuck, he's dead! Hey, Rock. Yeah, that's why I say he sucks. He has no fucking class. No potential. The fucking fucking piece of shit.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed.
Come the fuck on, dude!
Yes?
Everybody's just light spamming in this lobby. Like, fuck off. Like, kill yourself, please. Sick of this shit. Well, I shouldn't say that, but... people in this game just do fuck off.
Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
Well, they can't hear me, so what does it matter? Oh my god.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
What?
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! Burn it! Look at it! Got up like kindling! Crush the leech, boys! Die, vermin! Burn it, boys!
Oh my fucking god. Why didn't you? Why does Zach have to be gay and touch my wiener all the time? Huh, Jen? Zach is a cock-loving whore. He doesn't want to leave my dick alone. He always wants to touch it and play with it and pet it. He even tried to put a leash on it one day and walk it. That's how much he loves the dick, do you?
Human blood. Whoever left these
Zach
marks
ain't even here.
did so deliberately.
Monster! Fight for this! I'll kill it! Watch the leech, boys! Burn it, boys!
Nothing. The Jeffersons. What are you, like 50 years old, Junior? How old are you? You're like 50 years old, Junior.
Let's see how he likes a bit of fire!
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Need to find bed. Find the bed.
I cannot enter.
Wait, damn it! Blaming me will not further your objectives. Yeah, you have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
You will obtain nothing from me by flattery, my young colleague.
Oh, I was not flattering you, sir. Not at all. Just clumsily expressing my sincere admiration.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental. And unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
It's because you suck. That's because you suck.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I will not let...
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Oh, sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
Junior.
The Spanish
They're in London.
Yes, but it's not
This
just
vampire
that.
game.
I've heard things.
They're in
Things
London.
I've
The
not
guy's
heard
in
for
London.
a very, very long time. There are whispers.
So you
in
walk in the
shadows.
streets of London, but like I
Something
said, I
far
don't think you'll
worse
get
than the
into it
Spanish
because it's a
flu is
lot of
here in the city.
dialogue.
What is it you fear?
Fear has
A lot
long
of
since
picking and
flown
choosing
before.
and a lot of...
But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
Sakes.
More a society. And like
I'm gonna
all
be
the best
27
ones,
in 2
a
weeks.
Secret society.
So I'm 37.
Gone, but it seems they have been recruiting.
fuck is that?
Zach,
What?
you goddamn cock-loving whore.
Wow.
Why does Dr. Swansea
You
allow you to
bitch.
feed on the patients of the
What the
hospital?
fuck?
Dr. Swansea is a good and
I
compassionate
told
man.
Junior how
He's
you
trying
like
to
to
find a
put a
solution
leash
for our
on my cock and try to walk around with it.
Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand
no,
that I
that's not
only
a
feed
thing.
upon the dying.
I'm not gay.
Told him how you like to hang on to it, pet it, lick it, kiss it, tell it that you love it.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
He even named it.
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society.
Junior.
As long as our kind is discreet,
He even named it.
and as long as they do not interfere,
Yeah.
we have come to a
That's
mutual
not true, I'm not gay.
understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know,
You know, when I was still
Suspicion
friends with
has
Mike,
recently
one time he
fallen on
actually
me
told me
of
that he
killing
wanted
for
to be
pleasure.
gay.
but you have my word, Jonathan.
Yup.
I take
He actually
no
did tell me
pleasure
that.
in taking a life.
I don't know. You should ask him.
He was in love with Zach and he wanted his penis.
I could hardly
You
stand
gotta think
by
twice. That
and watch such a
motherfucker came at
promising
me. I'd
young
fucking
blood as
suck
yourself
him right in
be
his
torn to
fucking
shreds
mouth.
by some gutter scowl.
I still fucking hate him. I mean,
William Bishop wasn't the vampire.
one time
that
I told
created
him off, and the motherfucker literally fucking.
Whatever their
He tries to make him
strength and
look all
demeanor,
smart. He tries
Skulls are
to
the
make himself
progeny
sound
of
smart,
careless vampires.
just to freaking.
It cannot be the other way
I don't
around.
know, try to make everybody feel sorry for him, or try to make himself
What
look
type
cool.
of vampire is a skull?
That's what he always tried to do. He
Not
always
a
tried to
true
make himself look
vampire.
intelligent.
The
Or
deformed
sound
offspring of
intelligent.
lesser vampires.
When he's.
It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Wait, did Brock beat you?
I know
Of course
this
he
is
did.
beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen.
Yeah, Brock sucks.
If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well, but I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
I can't stand waiting.
who bestowed upon
Get up
you
to go to
this
work. Get ready for work.
He wants to go
My
suck that penis.
He left this isle a long time ago.
No.
Go put his finger in his butthole.
Nope, I don't want to do that either. No thanks. Mike wants
I've
to do
been
that
hearing
though.
a voice talking.
You want to know what he called my penis, Junior?
Is this some kind of insanity?
He called it
Feels
Big
like the
Mac.
voice of the vampire that created me.
Jesus Christ.
Tell no one this. It would be unwise to
Jesus
talk of such
Christ.
things amongst
This
British
is-
immortals.
No.
Speak no more
And
of your
when every
mate.
time he wants
It's not
it,
a thing.
every time he wants it, he just be like, "Let me see Big Mac," and I already know what he wants.
How could this cause
Jesus Christ.
Only the powerful immortals
Jesus
can mentally call to their
Christ.
progeny.
That's what he said
No
when he first saw
vampire
it
or
too,
hunter will
Junior.
sleep easy,
Jesus
knowing that an
Christ.
unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
He's like, "Man, that's the biggest one I've
Excuse
seen."
my forwardness, but are you
No,
my maker?
didn't say that.
And he took it all in his. He took it all in his
no.
butt in one day.
Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny
never
without taking
happened?
precaution. And I'm no fool.
I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, Billy. I really don't know what kind of drugs you're on right now.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word.
But Zach had so
defined by
much
penny
dick in
dreadfuls
his
and
butt,
drunken
man. It was
hags.
like the Grand Canyon. I had to tie a rope to my leg so
You are
they didn't
now
fall
an
in that
echo.
motherfucker.
And that you shall remain.
Jesus. Fucking Christ.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as
Louis
vampires.
Baker.
Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons.
That sounded really gay.
Identify us amongst other vampires.
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a
Coulda sucked
question
that
only the
dick.
one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Another night.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
No.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could be sick again.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes.
Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I never thought I would have to attend my murder. Its sister's funeral. Mary. I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Can they fly? What should I do for it?
Get their weapons ready! We found
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
You don't like what game, do you? You don't like it? Yeah. No, you're not. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let the dogs out again because I'm about to go to sleep. Vote? What you gonna go vote for? The biggest dick? Vice President? Who you voting for? You're voting for Donald Trump, ain't you? Joe Biden? I don't vote, Jimmy. I don't give... Alright, man. Ow. That's it. Come on, Smokey.
Better go. I'll put it in.
Yeah!
What do you want? Somebody help!
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Shouldn't you go back home, where you'll be safe?
Maybe later. But for now, I need to talk to my husband at the cemetery, Mr. Reed.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Step away, sir.
This one's mine!
Stop it!
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
A Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Stop that fire! Away with you! I shall fear no evil.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've made myself perfectly clear. This is a private matter.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She has been laid to rest. That's all you need to know.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I'm so sorry, Mary. I promise to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Without a proper investigation, her death will go unpunished. Another Whitechapel tragedy. One that people need to hear about.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
And trickery.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
I prefer not to give you another beating, Baron.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine.
Lord,
Eat
give us
this!
strength. Crawl back to the hell that spawned you. He's spotted! Watch
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you. Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making. This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you? I am the land. You are our champion. Tell me what you are. I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins. What is it you seek? This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged. This has something to do with the epidemic. Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur. I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
It's locked.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Are you worried about the situation or your reputation? Now is not the time to think of oneself.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
You want to restore peace in the hospital again?
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.